Hey mom, how's it going?
Hey, daughter. No granddaughter today, huh?
No, no Gen Y. No, Gen Z. Why do
Gen
I
Z. I
she's not even Gen Y. Good
don't know
Lord.
who Gen Y is, though, but it have to be. They jumped all the way to Gen Y.
There's a Gen Y in there. It must be X, Y, Z. Interesting. Who would Y be?
Maybe Eric or somebody. Eric's
That's
age.
that seems younger. That's younger than her.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
don't know,
younger than
cause
her, so it would be older than her, right?
yeah, like in
Oh, okay.
between.
So it'd be older than her. And by the
Oh, the
way,
millennials. Are
maybe
the
they're.
millennials known as Gen Y?
I don't know if they're known as Gen
They
Y or
must
not,
be Gen Y, the millennials, and then
but
Gen
that's
Z.
not what they go by.
What? Right? No,
Y.
that's
Just millennials.
and then Gen Zers are also known as iGen
Oh,
because
really?
yeah, because they don't know anything prior to iPhones. Like they were born then there was an iPhone when they were born.
Oh, how
They're
cute is
known as
that?
like the iGen. Yeah. So anyway, iGen
That's
or
real cute.
Gen Z is out today. She was like not gonna make it. No, not studying, but turning up for our Founders Day. So she was like, Mom, Mom, soror mom, you understand, I'm going to be like hanging out for Founders Day. So anyway, she gets off the hook. So I guess
And
she's
she's
on her,
21.
yeah. And she's 21. So
Newly 21. So
those priorities. But so this week, I think we should discuss just for fun. It will be fun to have her input too, but we'll have to catch it some other time. But I think we should discuss like superstitions or old wives' tales or just sayings and stuff that um, either impact the Black community, meaning like it makes you not take an action because you believe in the superstition or whatever, or just craziness that people say that's kind of weird and funny that you've heard. Um, so you're already thinking of stuff and laughing, huh?
I was already thinking, but I was also thinking that some of them, a few of them have been around so long, you really don't know or recognize that they're superstitions or old wives' tale. You
Right.
just find yourself going with the flow,
You believe it.
um, like um, when your hand itch, you just find yourself scratching your hand and say, "Ooh, I'm gonna get some money," but you don't stop. It doesn't. You don't stop to realize. You know what? That's just an old wives' tale or something like
Well, I
that.
mean, I suppose if you want to believe that, then you're like you want to believe you're gonna get some money. Like, not that your hands are dry because you've been
Hmm.
washing them all the time.
Right.
Like your hands are dry, put some lotion on. And then
Yeah.
there's like if it's left hand or right hand, because
Right.
like I don't know which it is, but one
Right
hand
hand
says it's
money
gonna take it away.
and left hand.
Giving out money and right hand you're
I
receiving.
don't know, but left hand. I think left hand no money, right hand money. Yeah,
I know
money
I
increasing.
used to read like horoscopes and stuff, and when I would get the paper, this is when we first moved to out to the DMV area, we were way out in Fredericksburg, Virginia, and I would take the train in and I would read the paper on the train, and then there was a section that had just a column of um, horoscopes. It was
Uh,
the Express, so it wasn't until is it called the Express? I think that paper in DC is called the Express. Anyway, I would get that and then I would post it outside of my cubicle, just tack it up, like cut it out and tack it up. And I found that people were stopping by and
oh,
reading it.
really?
And I kind of did it just because I read it somewhere. Like that's how you can kind of make friends at work. And I was
Oh, that's a clever.
there and somebody stops there and they're like, what, like making a comment
That's
or
clever.
whatever, that I can then kind of strike up a conversation with them, or they might say something to me like, hi, where are you getting this stuff from, or
Yeah.
whatever, or whatever. So I used to read those and sometimes it would be like, Capricorn, oops, still Capricorn season, by the way, Capricorn, blah, blah, blah. And it would be so like kind of on point. You'd be like, oh, shoot, that's on point. So not really a superstition, but
Right.
it just depends on what you believe.
Yeah. Well, I don't know whether I, where would that fall under? Because is that scientific like
That's
the
just
zodiac
astrology. Yeah.
and so that's like science.
It's science, but it's
Yeah,
like science with a
little twist,
Pokemon
little,
sprinkle twist on there.
little, little kick to it.
Yeah, science with a little something extra, and then it could
Yeah,
get real deep. Like
because
in
some people read those and not your daily horoscope. Now the horoscope itself has that little extra twist, but your zodiac sign, the meaning and the type of person you are, that's more astrology.
oh, okay.
I'm asking, that was a question.
Oh,
Period.
I don't know.
That was a question that went appear.
But that
That
makes sense. That was deep. I was like,
was deep.
oh, okay.
That was deep.
That's
Oh
probably
yeah, I was just
true.
asking because I never got into it, but I know one time I did read the astrology behind Aquarius, and it was kind of right on as far as my
Yeah.
personality.
Yeah. It's fascinating, right?
Yeah, it was really fascinating.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And
but
then
the
if you think back, like if it says who you like, Capricorns get along with this type of person, or the perfect matches of Pisces or whatever. And then you start thinking, like, yeah, this person, when I was with them, they got on my nerves.
yeah,
But then this person, yeah, we hit it off real
yeah,
good or whatever, it's fascinating. I don't
yeah,
know.
it's fascinating. Yeah, you
Um,
start to think about, wow, okay, but the daily horoscopes, I didn't get into
yeah.
that. Yeah, that
You
was
get
something
into
else.
them if you just, because then you just believe what you want to believe. It's like
Right.
Capricorn, you're gonna have a windfall of money by the weekend, and you're like, yes, yeah. But the next day, if it says Capricorn, you're gonna develop an itch or something, and you can be like, I don't want that itch unless it's my right hand itching.
All right. I
You know,
know.
it's
I know.
like you believe what you want to believe.
So
Uh,
then that goes to show you that our mind is so powerful. Confirm
yes,
it confirms
yes,
again how powerful our mind is because like you say, if we believe those things enough, those things will happen because
yeah.
the person who first started that, it must have happened to them on a regular basis for them to conclude that that's what happens. My right
Oh,
hand
oh, right,
itches
right,
always,
right.
yeah, my right hand itches, I always get money, or something
Last
like
time my hand was itching like that, girl, I got this money from,
yeah, and that happens all the time, So hey, so those
Mhm.
are the people that kind of peddle that and push it because
Yeah.
it does happen to them. But that powerful mind, that's just like manifestation, I guess, or the law of attraction or something like that.
I wouldn't link it, but I get the powerful
No, I
mind
wouldn't link it,
aspect.
but I'm just saying similar, kind of, sort of,
Yeah.
with the mind.
Similar, adjacent,
I'm trying not to link it.
not similar proper, similar
Yeah,
adjacent.
I I don't recall a lot of old wise tales, and it should have been a lot of them since I was raised by my great grandparents and my great grandmother, being that she would come up with these little sayings all the time.
Well, you know what you be saying? I hate to cut you off, but and I
That's
just heard somebody say it on the call I was on a call last night, and I heard somebody say, I said, "Oh, doggone, my mother says that God willing and the creek don't rise."
yes, good Lord, willing to
Creek?
keep
We ain't got
on
no
right.
creeks around
That's
here. We ain't
well,
got no creeks.
to me, that's the same as if God willing, but my great grandmother used to say that all the time. I'm going to do this if God willing and the creek don't rise.
So and
That's
my
the only thing that's going to stop me.
And so I'm cerebral like this, and I try to deduce, like I try to always think about sayings and where that comes from. And I'll be like, do you think, a bird in the hand beats two in the bush means blah blah blah? Like why? Like, well, that's a simple one, but except for you're like, why do you have a bird in your hand? Like I'm taking all literal. Like, why would you touch the bird? Or it's too
Oh,
what
yeah.
more than one way to skin a cat? Why are you skinning a cat, sir? Don't skin the cat. Like, no, like come up with something else. But like I look into even from like a certain words, like, I'm like, what's the Latin root word? That's just me.
Mhm.
But are you saying like God willing and the creek don't rise? Like if the creek rises, you can't cross the road or something, you
I
can't
can't
get
get
to
to
where
you.
you're gonna.
I can't get to you. I can't do what I said I was
Oh,
going to do because the creek has risen and I just can't get to you to do it.
but what if the creek is not like you don't have to cross that creek? What you want is on this side.
But the
And it's a different saying.
most likely that creek,
God willing and the tree don't fall.
depending, most likely that saying was done in an area where
You had to.
separated by the creek.
Okay, okay, okay.
And people lived in the area where you were separated by the creek. It is, and it's just something they say. First, if God willing, I'll do that. But this is two different things. God could be willing, but if the creek has risen, I still can't do it.
Oh, okay. If
So
it
if
has
God
to
willing
be in
and the
this,
creek
we
don't
know.
rise, then I'm over there to you with this dinner. But
What's another one?
if the creek rises, I can't get to you. I'm sorry, I don't have a boat.
I can't do it. Mhm. What's
Something.
another one? Like,
Don't put your purse on the floor.
oh, Auntie used to say that and have a fit when somebody would put her purse on the floor.
Yeah,
Cause why? You gonna be broke?
yeah, I always heard low money is no money.
What?
Yeah.
Low money is no money?
Yeah, but I always change it around. I always say low money is more money, because if your purse is on the floor, then that's a good angle for the money to fall in the purse. That's how I change it. I just didn't want to believe that, so I just changed it around. I'm thinking, okay, but I don't see any reason for you to have your purse. Well, I guess there is a reason for you to have your purse on the floor if you go to somebody's home and you sit down on the couch, and then you sit your purse on the floor right next to you or something like
I
that.
sit on the floor because the floor is dirty.
It's
And if
dirty.
I put my purse on my shoulder, that's gonna wipe on my clothes.
Right.
So I think from that perspective, like, I'm not putting my purse on a dirty floor. I don't care if it's somebody's house, but also probably because in the back of my mind, I can hear my auntie saying that, like, don't set your purse on the ground on the floor. And then of course I got the little purse hooks that you bought us now. You just hook them on that on the table.
On the restaurant floor for sure.
I've seen that done though.
Yeah, I have too. They just be sitting right there up under the chair and stuff like that. But I'm thinking, I don't know who would sit their purse on the floor anyway. So maybe that's just a precaution or just a saying to make you aware. Don't sit your purse on the floor. That who knows what the origin of these.
I've seen it too. That's almost like you see people walking bare feet and you be like,
ooh, I love to walk barefoot.
Out and about.
Outside. Well, not so much to some like I ain't going to the store and just walking down the street barefooted, but being raised up in the country, we were barefooted a lot.
I mean, I'm not gonna even lie, like when I was 10, 11, 12, when we used to be at Nanny's house for the summer and I was racing everybody in the street, I swore I could run faster without my shoes on. So they'd be, my brothers would be, go ahead, Kite there, come get Kite to beat him. Racing dudes who were like teenagers and stuff. And I was 10 and I was just going down the street.
Yeah, they used to have you running all the time. But yeah, certain places you just don't. Well,
what about what is another saying? Like, if not a saying, but like an old wives' tale. Like when you're pregnant, like when I was pregnant with Kennedy, I had a lot of heartburn, and everybody would say, "Oh, your baby gonna have a lot of hair. She's gonna have some long hair when she's born." Yeah. And I'd be damned if she didn't have a head full of hair though. That thing has some hair.
I've heard that, and I kind of wondered about that, like with a nursing background.
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering. And knowing where the baby was
right. Like in a sack, like with that
in the sack, in the uterus, not even in the stomach near the esophagus. I would always wonder, how did that come about? But that's something that people always they
said it and believe
about that. And I believe that the superstitions and old wives' tales are regional as well.
Oh yeah.
But there was a lot of superstitions in the South, like when we lived in North Carolina, New Year's, of course, all across the South, just about, you're supposed to have some black-eyed peas, cook some black-eyed peas and something else.
Something green for the money.
Yeah, something else you're supposed to have, but
some greens, like something green for the money to bring.
Oh,
money.
Okay, something green.
Black-eyed peas with luck or something.
And then, but in New Bern, you're supposed to have the person that walked into your house supposed to be a man. The first person that walked into your house on New Year's is supposed to be a man. What that was for, I don't know, because he could have been coming to rob you, but so I guess I don't know whether that made any difference or not. But I used to hear
like, was that for a single woman or was that just in general?
I don't know, but I
I
used to
vaguely
hear,
remember having
I
that
used to
conversation with
hear TV say
somebody
that
out
all
there.
the time, that her friends would say that,
Oh, North Carolina.
the first person walking in your house need to be man. It could be it could have been for a single woman too. That mean if a man is the first person walking in your house, maybe you're gonna hook up with somebody later on, or something like that. So because
Have you
if you
heard
brought
this
you good
one?
luck, if you
Oh, go
brought
ahead.
you good luck, then I would pay for somebody to be right out there to come in, so to be sure that that was a man. But
Uh, have you heard the one like that made me think of this one? Um, you bury a man's underwear in the yard or something like that, and he'd never leave you, or socks. Is it
girl,
underwear or socks? Like, oh,
is
he
that
won't walk out your
superstition?
life.
Is that superstition or is that voodoo?
That's okay. So no, the fact that you said that, the
Mm-hmm.
fact that you said that was I was gonna kind of transition to that, like
Okay.
something like voodoo or these superstitions, old wives' tales, how they tie into it. Because I've heard a lot of like do this, like bury a man's socks and he'll never walk out of your life or something
Oh, I
like
thought you
that.
said
Something,
underwear.
something like that. So
Mm-hmm.
maybe that is like voodoo or old
Mm-hmm.
wives' tale and voodoo. I have no
Maybe.
idea.
And they might be one and the same. I really don't know.
Yeah, yeah, I don't know.
I've never heard of that one.
Um, what's some more? Why are they not coming to me now? Because I know I've
Bury
heard
his
so many.
socks. So if you get tired of them and want them to go, do you go get them?
Go dig them up
You dig
and
them
throw them
up.
out in the street.
Dig them up, put them in a bag and give them to them. And
Throw
throw
those socks out in the street. The ones in the drawer too. Just throw them all out.
them all out the street.
Walk off. Walk away.
Well, hold on.
Walk away.
Go get your socks and then you lock the door behind him. Why you going to get his socks?
Exactly. What's another one?
Another one is I do remember my grandmother saying this: "Don't hit me with that broom while you sweeping."
Yeah. What was that one?
Get hit by a broom, if that's bad
They
luck.
sweep your feet, right?
Yeah, if that like somebody you sweeping and somebody sweep your feet with a broom or something like that, I think you're supposed to spit on the broom.
If you spit on my daggone
I
broom.
think that's what you're supposed to do is spit on the broom. And I don't know whether the person that swept your foot is supposed to spit on the got their feet swept and spit on the broom. But cause we never were gonna do it, I'm not gonna sweep somebody's feet that believe that's bad luck because they might spit on the broom after they knock you down, something like that, because you bring them bad luck. So I've never did that, but shoot, feet would be going up in the air. Don't
Spit
you?
on the
Don't
broom.
you?
It might be a whole story behind. I mean, like a whole process. You spit on the broom, and then what? Like then you
And then
rinse
you
it
keep
out,
on
and
doing your work. You keep on sweeping. You don't stop. That don't mean you don't finish your job.
you gotta
Yeah.
have to clean that broom. Take that
And
with
then this is one. If you waste some salt. So
you.
if
Yeah.
you knock the salt shaker over, you waste some salt or something like that. You're supposed to take some salt and I think you throw it
Throw
over
it
your
over
left
your
shoulder.
shoulder.
Yeah, but I'm thinking you already wasted salt. Why you throwing some more salt over your left shoulder? You know what I'm saying? You done already wasted some. Isn't that wasting salt too if you throw some over your shoulder? If you throw some. So I'm just saying.
Maybe
I'm
you
just
used the same bit that you spilled, and I don't know, but it's
maybe
still.
so. Maybe so. It wasn't clarified. It's just get some salt, throw it over your left shoulder. So I don't know.
My God. What
So
else?
that
Like what about some baby things? Like, oh my God, nanny. So my grandmother, nanny, my mom's mother, would say this to people when they would bring their children around, like, ooh, that sure is an ugly baby. He gonna be so cute when he gets older. He gonna be so cute. She would say call people's babies ugly, but then say like it was like a compliment. That just
yeah.
means they're gonna be real handsome when they
Real
get
pretty
older.
when they come. So ugly now. They're getting their ugly out now. So
Ugly out the
they're
system.
getting their ugly out now. So they gonna be so they won't have any more later on. She was a mess.
Oh,
Well,
nanny.
they better be glad it wasn't it wasn't your great grandmother that was saying it. Granny, because Granny
Oh,
wouldn't have said
granny.
that they was gonna be pretty
Maybe it
later.
was great. No, I thought it was nanny. I thought
Yeah,
it
I
was
think it was
nanny.
Nanny that said that.
Oh
My
my
mom
God.
just said that. But
Yeah,
your great grandmother, she called. Well, see, she probably wouldn't call babies ugly. She just called adults ugly. She would just call them, you ugly. Come on over here and buy me some gin. After she done talked about you and insulted you. And then she gonna ask you to treat her.
Right.
Get treats when you talk
All
about
right.
people like that.
But they would do it too, wouldn't
Yeah,
they?
but they would do it and be friends for years, for decades on. Sure would. They sure would.
Oh, Granny would say all kinds of stuff. Granny was
All
like,
kind of stuff.
and then she'd go off on you and then be like, and you can believe that shit. That's how
Yeah.
she did every this is okay. A read, that was a read before we knew what it was called, a read,
Read,
like just cut you up right, left, and center, and then say, and you can believe that shit. Like, so everybody's sitting there like, well,
just like, okay.
believe it.
And they would just hang around there all the time. I guess they was waiting for their reading. They would be right there.
Because everybody was at Granny's house.
Right at her house, sure
Oh,
would.
Granny. Granny, oh my God. Granny's birthday's tomorrow.
Yep, it's tomorrow.
Oh my God, I just thought about that. Oh, happy birthday, yeah. Granny. Rest in peace. Rest in peace.
And then what about the one, don't up, I kind of slightly recall this one too. Don't open your umbrella up inside the house.
Oh yeah, is that bad luck?
That's bad luck. It's saying bad luck will rain on you. If you open the umbrella up in the house. But if you wait to open it up in the rain is gonna rain on you. If you wait until you get outside. So hey, I guess you got to take your what's
it gonna be?
What's it gonna be?
Years of bad luck, or your hair about to get
rain. Yeah, you have to redo your hair. So whatever, you have to go back to the pressing comb. So
what about that? Reminded me, like, if you break a mirror, what are you supposed to?
Oh yeah,
if you break a mirror, it's like 7 years of bad luck.
7 years.
Can you reverse that? Like, what if you fix the mirror?
I don't know.
Throw the salt over there on the mirror. Like, can you reverse it? What do you do?
Or you knock on wood by the mirror or something like that.
What was knock on wood for?
Knock on wood was supposed to, like, you know what?
Oh, you say something at the same time.
You say, oh, is that what that was?
Yeah, knock on wood, jinx. Is that what that?
Oh, okay, I don't know. I didn't get it, and I'm thinking ain't too much made of wood nowadays, so you're gonna be really out of luck.
You can be running trying
to look for some wood. You have to run outside and knock up on the tree.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and then and then someplace is saying you and another person saying the same word. Is that bad luck at the same time?
I don't know if it's bad luck. That's the thing where they say, oh, jinx or something.
Jinx, okay, so jinx is a bad luck.
When you jinx,
if you're jinxed.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Yeah, so I guess so then, huh?
So then you would say jinx, so then you knock on the wood to take away the jinx.
To take away the jinx.
Yeah, so knocking on the wood.
Younger people did that more than older people.
Yeah, we did. We ain't know no meaning behind it though.
Oh yeah, so I was just wondering, what was that? So if y'all said jinx, then that mean that was a jinx, a bad luck. And then would y'all knock on wood?
I don't remember knocking on wood. Maybe I remember knocking on wood for something. I don't know if it was that, but I remember saying, "Jinx, you owe me a Pepsi."
Oh,
okay. Like Jinx. I guess I said it first that time. You got to buy me the Pepsi, or
okay, whoever said it first.
I don't know. It's just foolish.
Yeah.
And then I think, are there any of these like sayings or whatever that kept you from doing something that, you know what I mean? Like the old wives' tales or sayings that. What about step on the crack, break your mama's back? Is that a wives' tale? What does that mean? What is that?
I thought that was just a kid's thing.
Just like kids. Okay.
That's what I was thinking. I don't know.
Not necessarily a wives' tale, just a saying.
Just a little saying, a little something children did when they was outside playing, step on the crack, break your mama's back. You know what? I can't think of anything that actually.
I stepped on many cracks, and you still standing.
My back was
on purpose, but you still.
Thank you, just in case. Thank you. Yeah, my back is fine. I'm thinking about Friday the 13th too. That doesn't bother me because I always call that. I think what I did when it came to bad luck and old wives' tale, a lot of times I changed it around to the way I wanted to think about it. And so Friday the 13th, fine day for me. You know, I like the number 13. Friday the 13th. So I would just get excited because I would make it like, that's going to be the day that, I guess it would be an old wives' tale that I just made up for myself. Like that would be the day that all the good things was going to be happening to me.
You made your own up, huh?
Yeah, I made my own little thing.
You know what's fascinating, Mom, is That is a long one though, Friday the 13th, for
Yeah,
people to think that that's like a bad luck day or whatever.
right, it is.
Because there's in a lot of elevators, they don't put 13. There's no
Yes,
13. So
right.
for somebody to really like really take that to heart and not put a number 13 in the elevator, or not have a 13th floor, or
That's what I'm
you
gonna
do have a,
say.
huh?
No, go ahead.
Oh, you do have a 13th floor.
Oh, okay, that was my
It
question.
just, right?
It's
Like
like a number on it.
it's
Just
probably just number 14 or something, but I don't know. Ooh, I'm gonna have to look and see. I'm gonna
to
have to
check
look
that
into
out.
that. But I know there's sometimes there's no 13 on the
And
elevators.
yes, I noticed that. Yeah,
So
I've heard of
how
that.
in the world, like a whole company decided, mm-mm,
We ain't doing that.
not playing with it, or
Oh, that's silly.
did the owner of the building decide that, or the elevator company, or both of them? Like, yeah, that makes
Oh,
sense. Don't do it.
yeah, I'm the owner of the building probably decided.
Well,
Yeah,
that's in a lot of buildings, so I think it
yeah,
might
it
be
is.
standard. And there's not very many elevator companies. You know what I mean? So that would have to mean like now that's standard practice or something.
Right.
That has to be.
Well, like you started off saying, that's been happening a long time, or that been belief has been a part of history a long time for it to be so in
Prevalent. Yeah.
yeah, so prevalent that is into our everyday life where people are not even doing 13th floors or putting 13 on the elevator. Well, the thing is, if the builder said no 13th floor, then the elevator company, it's not their decision. They just don't put a 13 on the floor. I mean, 13 on the elevator. You know what I mean? There's no need to put it on there if there's no 13th floor.
I mean, but it really is, right? Because there's gonna, like, if your building is 20 stories, how can you skip a 13th floor unless you literally, there is a 13th floor and nothing goes on it? You don't stop there because nothing, there's no business that takes place. Otherwise, that's foolish, right? And that's not an efficient use of funds, if you ask me.
Yeah.
But if you go to 12, the next floor, if just because on the button 13 is not there, you push 14, that's 13th floor, right?
But it's in your mind, I guess. I guess it's just again going back to the mind. It's just stopping the mind from thinking this is 13th floor. If we count it, that's 13. But if you just pushing on a button and not thinking, you don't you're not on the 13th floor. You're on the 14th floor.
Right.
That's what they named it.
That's interesting. I've seen that though. I've
That
seen it
is
where
interesting.
it's not
Yeah, I've
there.
seen it a couple of times too. No 13 on the elevator buttons. But you're right. It is a 13th floor if you're counting. If you just count.
Yeah, yeah. And it
Yeah.
goes that high, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Um, anything else? I can't really think of anymore. I guess like
What about having a rabbit's foot is good luck? Yeah,
oh,
so that's one of the things that
that's kind of wrong though, huh?
usually the superstitions are about bad luck, what's causing you bad luck. But it's not a lot of superstitions or things or old wives' tale that cause you to have good luck, except like I think the rabbit foot. That gives you good luck if you have a rabbit's foot.
Does it give you good luck or ward off bad luck?
Well, it ward off bad luck. So if it ward off bad luck, I'm thinking most of the stuff are good luck.
Yeah, that's what I mean though. The point to your point,
Mm-hmm.
like most of the things aren't to say, carry this pickle in your pocket if you want your hair to grow.
Oh Lord.
You know what I'm saying? It's more like, put the pickle on the back of your neck to help it grow back because you lost your hair or something.
Or it
You know what
won't
I
fall
mean?
out or something like that.
Or it
Yeah.
won't fall out. Yeah, like
Yeah.
that.
Which yeah.
So it's
So
to fix the negative, huh?
yeah, so that's what I'm saying. A lot of it is for the negative and not for the good. What about oh, cross your fingers? Do you do that?
Oh, like good luck.
Good luck to you. Or oh, I just
I haven't crossed my fingers and
oh, I wish I can get that. Oh, I wish I can get this job. I wish I get this job or something.
I have not crossed my
I
fingers
haven't crossed my
in
fingers either. I was
years.
just thinking about that. My
That
fingers
didn't
like,
even
hey,
feel natural.
yeah, my fingers are like, what the heck?
That didn't even feel normal. I haven't crossed my fingers in a long time. Maybe I've crossed my fingers in an emoji, in a
Mm-hmm.
text, in an emoji.
Yeah.
But that's
So that's
that's
supposed to bring good luck, right? Or the wish of good
wishing.
luck. Yeah,
Yeah,
that you
wishing.
wishing that something good happens to you.
But it's also when you're telling a lie. Like if you ask me something, are you gonna be there on time? And I'm like, yes. and my fingers are
Your
crossed
fingers
behind my
crossed
back.
behind your back.
Isn't that like
Oh, what is that?
I get away with a lot? Like you see it on TV
Yeah,
sometimes,
all the time. Yeah.
and they're crossing their hands behind their back, or
Mhm.
the camera pans to their finger, and their fingers are doing this. They don't
Hold
even.
on just a second. I seen
Oh, hey, see me.
water in there, please.
Right.
Thank you. You knew he was gonna make his appearance in some form.
Okay, that's a good one.
Yeah, crossing the fingers. Let's see. Oh, and I did read about one some time ago,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it's where did I read? And it's another country though, because I had never heard of this one before.
Another country.
Yeah, it was another country. Giving someone anything with a blade, like if you give somebody a set of knives or something like that as a gift, it means it's going to serve the relationship. I don't know if it's going to
Ah.
restore the relationship with you, because if that's the case, you wouldn't give them the knives. But if it's going to serve the relationship between the people, the couple that you gave them the knives to, or something. I
Oh,
thought,
that's fascinating.
yeah, I thought that was interesting. Oh, and what you're supposed to do if someone gives you a knife, a set of knives, or knife, or scissors, anything with a blade, you're supposed to give them a coin, and that's supposed to stop.
Oh, let's scratch that out. Scratch that
That
out.
yeah, that
That
scratch it out,
cancels
like council,
it.
but they don't know what they're doing, so we're gonna just give this quarter, and this is gonna cancel it out.
What about your ears ringing? Somebody's talking about you.
Mm,
Is
yeah,
did
I've heard that.
did you ever hear like if it's like both ears, or like one ear they're talking negatively, the other one it's positive speak, or it's just somebody's talking about you?
Never knew. Never got clarity on that. Never got that clarified. Like,
Like, were you saying something bad about me?
yeah, never
You
got
asking
clarified on that. Yeah,
it.
don't know about that. Well, then is Groundhog Day, which will be coming up soon. Is that a superstition or old wise tale?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because if the groundhog sees a shadow, it's gonna be 6 weeks or more of winter, right? Or is that or is it the opposite?
I think it's the opposite, but I'm not 100% sure on the Groundhog
Okay.
Day.
Yeah, because
6
I'm
more
thinking,
weeks away.
okay,
I say out here, it's just gonna happen. Whatever, if you see it or not, if whatever the one it is, it's always gonna be 6 more weeks of winter over here
over here
in
on
this
your side up.
area.
It's
Add
always
that to it. We're gonna be cold for a little while longer, is what you're saying. Either
wow.
way, it doesn't matter. I just saw something that said, oh no, I thought about one. Like don't turn the TV on or something if it's thundering and lightning. Like keep turn them lights off, turn the TV off or something. Nanny used to say that, like turn the TV off when it's thundering and lightning or raining outside. Like you bound to get electrocuted.
I'm thinking in when TVs and stuff first came out and stuff, it might have been a possibility. It might have been a possibility of you
I got a long antenna on
the lightning strike, because we did have them long antennas.
but that
And
didn't have nothing to do with the TV being on or off. The antenna's still out
that's
there.
true. That's true. But we did have them big antennas on the roof and stuff like that. We didn't have that direct TV disc and stuff where you
You
can put
remember
it
the big disc that people used to get
yeah,
in their yards? That huge
yes.
disc that looked like a Verizon tower or something right now. But back in the day, they had them. You knew everybody. That person had cable with like 100 channels, so
Yeah.
you could see it
Yeah.
in their backyard. I remember that.
It was metal and all that kind of stuff.
I
So
remember that.
I
Yeah.
don't know whether it did have anything to do with the TV being on and off, but it was a possibility of that big thing being struck by lightning. So I'm thinking that's where that came from. And then it just kept going from family member to family member, and it just kept
Just
going.
passed down.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of times, like the old wives' tales, it starts in a family and it just passed down from family to family to family to family. Like some of the habits that the moms and the grandmothers have, and it continues to get passed down. Whether by the time it gets to the great grandchild, they don't know why they're doing it. They just doing it.
They pass it down like a recipe.
It just get passed down like I think I've told y'all the story about this husband and wife was had bought this big roast or ham or something, and the wife cut the ends off, and the husband asked her why she did, and she said because her mom said that when it cooks, it gets more flavor. It'll end up being more moist.
Hmm.
And he just couldn't understand that. He said, "Well, we going over there. We gonna ask her why." So when they got to the mom's house, she said she cut it off because her grandmother did it. So, and it supposedly bring more flavor. And then they called the grandmother and asked the grandmother, "Why did what was that true? Why did she cut it off?" She said, "No, baby, I cut it off because I never had a pan big enough to put the whole thing in." So that's the story that and sometimes yeah, so
She just chopped the ends off. We're gonna make this work.
yeah, so
Oh,
they
that's funny.
kept cutting it off. And so sometimes these stories just go from generation to generation to generation.
And what about the you dream about fish, somebody pregnant?
Oh yeah, and a lot of people really believe that.
Mm-hmm.
And from the people that believe it, it usually happens. It usually
Uh, they
some
be
kind
like,
of way
I
somebody.
knew I knew somebody was pregnant. I just
Mhm.
dreamed about fish. Are
Well,
the
we
fish
know
fine like catfish? Like I like catfish fried real hard, but
goodness,
are,
yeah,
or are they like carp, like a
yeah,
whole bunch of fish, or is it
salmon,
just like a fish
something.
king?
What is it?
Yeah,
I
what
don't know. Because somebody gonna be pregnant. Might not be
somebody bound to be
somebody gonna be pregnant in the world. So hey,
in the world,
yeah,
like a celebrity. They're gonna be like,
somebody.
I dreamt about fish. I knew somebody was about to come up pregnant.
Yeah. So
Come
you can
up
just do
pregnant.
that
Come up
anytime.
pregnant. What
Yeah, you
about
can just do it.
the cutting the baby's hair? Like don't cut
Oh
your
yeah, I
baby's
was gonna
hair
say
until
that.
after the
They're two
first
years old.
birthday.
Oh, the first birthday.
I
Okay, the
think
first
it's
birthday.
one, or is it two?
One or two. I'm not really sure because it won't grow back or something like that.
Okay.
Is that the results?
I never knew if it was when they say it's not gonna grow back, or is you gonna change the grade of the hair or something.
Oh, because you cut the ends off. Okay. I thought it was, I don't know what it was. I have no idea. I just always have, I don't know. I've always, even, I just like the baby's hair, at certain
Mhm.
time. Cause I
Danny
remember
said,
Iman had such pretty hair and we just let it grow. It was just pretty.
Danny said, now that I think about it, your mother said a lot of crazy things
Yes,
now.
she did.
She said, don't hold the baby when you're on your period because you're gonna make the baby stutter.
Oh, is that what that was? Oh, I
You know,
remember that one too. Now that I remember, but I didn't know that's what the result was. I thought it was.
you didn't know what it was.
No, I thought it was gonna make you have cramps or something like that, or worse. I don't know, because I wasn't around her mama a lot, but when I was around her, she did have some things to say.
I mean, you just dropped us off and had us rounded.
So yeah, and I wasn't
The
around
whole
her a lot
summer.
then, but y'all were. But yeah,
Have a
so
good year. Oh
yeah,
my God. Oh, what did I
I
just?
remember that.
Yeah, I'm gonna see. Like, I feel like there's, okay, we talked about the palm itching. Don't put your
And the
purse on the
broom,
floor. The
sweeping
fish
your feet.
streams.
Mm-hmm.
The
Setting your purse on
mirror.
the
Oh, it's bad luck to like a black cat or something.
oh yeah, black cat
If
rock
it
across your path.
crosses your path,
Yeah,
I guess it's
bad
bad
luck.
luck.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Okay. And
Mhm.
then now that I think about it, burying the socks, that might have been voodoo, but I have heard never buy your boyfriend or your man, your husband shoes because they'll walk out of your life with them.
Oh, okay. Don't ever buy him shoes. Already
Mhm.
didn't buy his own shoes. He
Don't
still
buy him no car because he's gonna drive out. Don't buy no
right.
bicycle.
He just set up here and makeup some.
No
So
mode of transportation, just
he can buy
nothing.
his own. Okay, so he can use that to just go. Okay.
Oh, and what about the splitting the pole? Like don't when you walking down the street or
Oh
whatever.
yeah.
Like, and I
Yeah.
actually I
Yeah.
actually used to think about that.
Come
Like, don't
back,
cut that pole. You go around. Oh, you split that pole, cut back around.
come back around.
I've
Don't
done
walk up
that
on that
before.
ladder.
But recently, we walked between the pole, and I was like, years ago, I probably would have walked back around
Back
to
around.
undo the whatever I was doing.
To undo the
Uh,
split.
huh?
To undo the split. You
To undo
split
the split, whatever that meant. It was gonna be
yeah.
bad luck or
I
something.
would venture to think that there are things that we do in daily life, probably not every day, but I bet it's something that we do that we don't think about, but because we've heard it so long, and so often that we do it, or we don't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Like the hand itching. When my hand itching, even though I don't believe that that's necessary, I'm gonna get money or lose money,
You
I
think
do
so?
scratch it and say, "Oh, I'm gonna get some money," and then I just keep on going, and
Even
not.
though you don't believe that, you still do that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just been so long, so often. It's been in my life for so long that saying you're gonna get some money when your hand itch, that I just automatically scratch my hand and then say, "Oh, I'm gonna get some money."
Mm.
But I don't consciously necessarily believe that I'm gonna get some money because my hand itch. I just say it because I know that's what people say.
Yeah, I
You know
mean,
what I'm saying? So I'm thinking
yeah,
there's a lot of things that we do and people do that they don't necessarily believe it because they heard it so long and so often in their lives that they kind of just go on with it or do it unconsciously. But
hmm.
I can't think of anything that has prevented me from doing anything because of an old wives' tale or superstition.
Yeah,
I
I bet
just
you
can't
there's
come up
a
with
lot more that people that it really impacted them, or just maybe even a tradition that shouldn't have been like cutting off the what was it, the ends of the ham or something that you just mentioned. It
yeah,
was a
ends of the
tradition,
hand.
but it was like you're thinking because it meant this or whatever,
Right.
but all along, no,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
not what it is.
Hmm.
Okay, well, that's really all I can think of.
So I don't know. I didn't know as many as I thought I knew when you said when you mentioned the topic. I thought there was going to be a lot coming up, but I just don't can't think of a lot of them.
I was thinking about that. I don't know if it's a superstition or what, but that children can sense a good spirit. You know, I'd be like, kids know
Oh,
a good spirit now,
yeah. Huh?
huh?
What did you just say?
The kids know a good spirit. You know how they say stuff like
I
that?
don't know if that's superstition or not, but I do kind of believe that.
There is some truth to that,
Something about the
maybe.
energy because there's energy.
Oh, you know what? We were in Japan. I don't know if you were out there during this time, and we went to this party. This couple had a party, and we went, and I had Kennedy. No, it would have been Malcolm. So I was holding Malcolm. And this lady who I thought was like so fake and so like, I don't know what her issue was, but I was like, this woman, something about her, I can't get down with, right? And we had a lot of different interactions that were not the greatest, or I would see her somewhere or whatever. And I was holding Malcolm and knowing that, like, you could tell, like I could tell this woman doesn't like me. I don't care much for her either. So you don't have to come and pretend to be like, hi, you know. So she
Hmm.
did that. And she was like, oh, aren't you handsome? When I tell you Malcolm used all his palm and slapped the shit out of
Oh
her.
wow!
He smacked her so.
I think you told me about that.
Oh, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I high fived him, fist bumped him when we got in the car. But no, I'm just kidding. He was literally, he was what, 18 months old, if
Oh
that.
wow!
Like, 14, 15 months
Yeah,
old. Now, why would he just go slapping that woman?
yeah.
He felt her
Well,
spirit. He knew she was fake.
was it Miss Magnolia?
Who was that?
Miss Magnolia. That was that we used to come by. We used to see her in the PX, and she would be Miss Magnolia Blossom from 1997, Daddy's only daughter. Yeah.
Probably, it sounds like somebody who would
Yes,
get on my nerves.
lady
Probably
that
was
would
her.
always, she would always, I guess he was a friend of the families or something like that. And she would
He
always,
smacked her
y'all
all
had
wrong.
met her
Mhm.
earlier, and she was just like a Miss Magnolia. She didn't say that. We called her Miss Magnolia Blossom because that's how she acted. Acted like Blanche on
Brad's Devereaux.
Blanche Devereaux on
Me
Golden
and
Girl.
Big Daddy, we were close. Yes, we were. We was
Yes,
close.
yes. Oh, speaking of Golden Girls, I think Betty White's birthday is today. She's 99 or something like
Oh
that.
my God.
99.
Happy birthday, Capricorn.
She's probably eating a hot dog. Say she loves her some hot
She
dogs.
does like hot dogs, huh? I remember she said that. That's pretty cool. Keep
And
her.
then Jesse Tyson just had her birthday too. Not
Who?
too long ago. Cicely Tyson.
Oh, she about 90, right?
She's 90 something too.
Oh,
99. She's probably 98, 99 as well. Looking like she about 70 something.
good black don't crack.
Hey,
That's one of them.
that's right. That
That's
sure
the
is.
truth, though.
That's
That's
true.
one we believe.
I'm a believe in that one.
We believe in that one. Uh-huh. We're a believer on that. That's true. I think that's true. And then I heard this one, and I hope I'm not gonna offend anybody. I heard a person say this, and they said an Asian don't raisin. Have you heard that? Good black don't crack and
Oh, an
Asian
Asian
don't
don't rate.
raisin.
Oh, okay. La
I heard
wrinkles.
an Asian person say that. So I
Oh,
don't
okay. So
know.
they got their thing too.
Yeah, so they have their thing. And it's true. You think about it. Look at some Asians. You like they looking young too. Maybe
Hmm.
about 50 something.
Well, maybe every race have their own thing.
I never heard that one though. That just didn't come up. I wonder if
I
somebody
had never heard of that one either. That's
what
today is the first time I ever heard of
what you think Caucasians say?
that. I can't call it. I ain't gonna try to call it.
They just say let's age as we can, age gracefully,
Yes, we
or
can.
Botox is the answer. Maybe that's
Oh, very
the
good.
black on crack, but Botox will.
I help you out.
I don't know.
Uh,
Ellie always says when we're at 70, she's like, you're gonna look 50 and I'm gonna look 90. So
oh,
she's like, it is, she goes, it is what it is. I'm gonna look 90, you're gonna look 50, but we're both gonna be about 70. I think it's funny. I think it's hilarious. But
and she might not be. She might not look like that.
I told her I ain't gonna let her look like that.
Yeah, exactly.
So let's wrap this up. That was good. I can't think of anything else. I know that
I can't either. I
once
can't
we
think.
post, we're gonna think of something as soon as we
As
finish
soon as we
this.
close, just like that's how I do my best proofreading once I hit send. So, so, so that's what's gonna happen here. But if anybody's watching, when our 17 followers,
Yeah, I was gonna say
if they have something that we didn't mention, we'd love for them to post it, put on
I would
there.
love to hear it. And I think we should try something different. Friends, followers, and family. I think what we'll do is have a guest on. Maybe next week we can try to have a guest. Or if like Gen Z decides again that she can't make it on, if she tells us in advance, then we can, maybe have a guest on. And
Oh, that's a good idea.
yeah. So be thinking about that. If you're willing to join us, drop a note in the comment section and let us know. And you'll probably just have like a day's notification as far as what the topic is, or you might not know the topic. So
Might not know the topic.
you might not know the topic. So keep that in mind because sometimes we just do it on the fly.
Exactly.
But thank you for joining us. We appreciate you're checking us out. Give us some comments and stuff. Let us know what you think and let us know what those superstitions or stupid. I heard somebody call them stupid stitions.
Stupid traditions.
Stupid
Okay.
stitions.
Okay.
But anyway, if you have stupid stitions or superstitions or old wives' tales or just sayings that your family told you and you believe, or any kind of like, I don't even want to say voodoo because I'm not familiar enough with what that truly is. So I don't want to insult anybody if that's someone's religion or anything like that.
Yeah.
So just give us a comment and let us know what you think. Thank you. Have a
Bye.
good one.
Bye, daughter.
Bye, Mom. Love you.
Love you too.